Hey guys, Garage 79R. We're in the garage today. I just got back from having some fun up in the mountains in Floyd. Floyd's been laid up for a while, up until this week essentially. When I went to take it to the October Toyota some coffee, I ended up getting a flat tire and damaging one of my wheels. So I didn't know how to save up to get the wheel fixed. And then I took the opportunity to upgrade the tires. The speedo was ever so slightly off. When I researched the swap and the gearing for the speedometer, I thought I picked the right combination, but it ended up being 2 mile per hour off. So I use this online calculator all the time called willtheyfit.com, and I'm always playing with different tire ideas and combinations in my head. And so normally to keep stock height tire on a 15-inch, you run like a 195/50, very common size. So according to the calculator, a 195/55 should correct my speedo, and it did. My speedo's dead nuts perfect now. So, and also I gain a slight more sidewall, so I get a little nicer ride. And I'll tell you one thing: these Kimhos, they ride really well. They're quiet. They have the right amount of grip. They still have plenty of feel. They don't hide the car's dynamics. It lets the car really show its characteristics. And now that I've also replaced the clutch, and more on that in a minute, like this morning I was able to like throttle steer, and like the car is just, it drives very, the car just drives very well. I'm very happy with it. So on to the clutch. I'm filming this on a Saturday. Wednesday, I had a gap in the work in the shop, so I called the machine shop that's right on the other side of town from where my business is. I'm like, hey, you guys backed up. Can you machine and balance the flywheel and pressure plate for me? He's like, yeah, if you get it to me by lunchtime on Thursday, I'll have it back for you. I'll have it ready for you lunchtime Friday. Perfect. Because I didn't want to start on it, then I'm stuck for a couple days because they're backed up on something or whatever, because they do a lot of machine work for a lot of repair shops, especially a lot of these diesel shops in the area. So, and of course, those of you that have little kids probably know exactly what I'm talking about. When you're trying to get out the door because you're trying to get somewhere, or you have a time frame, they seem to sense that and try to be butt heads and try to prevent you from keeping things on time. So my daughter Melody, it was a little difficult getting out the door. So I didn't get to the shop. My shop opens at 10. I was actually trying to get there like 9:30ish, so I could just relax. I didn't get to my shop till 10:20. Get the car jacked up. Now on my lift, I got to hang the front end off the edge of the lift because I have a drive-on lift. I've done this hundreds of times. I strapped it back down. It's safe, but it's time-consuming. It's not like I just go up on a regular two-post and everything's exposed. I got to set it a certain way. Once it's set, I'm good to go. So start draining, gear oil, start pulling wheels off, doing all this. And normally I usually say about 40 to 45 minutes for me to get a tercel transmission out. Now there's a few more bolts and stuff involved with this, but pretty much this process is the same. And I got it out in about 49 minutes. I'm pretty happy with that. So the funny thing is I actually dropped the flywheel off with the pressure plate at the machine shop. It was still warm. It was still almost too warm to touch. Like, I was kind of proud how fast I got everything apart. So while the flywheel and the pressure plate were getting balanced, I'll tell you what kind of clutch I got. I got a eBay Stage 2 XTD clutch. And you might go, why'd you get an eBay clutch? I was like, well, they're perfect for 100 horsepower applications. It's what I had in Earl when I first put Earl together to drive on the street. And it's just fine. It's don't trust the throttle bearings. On Earl, I barely got 100 miles out of the throttle bearing before I started making hellacious noises. So in the months leading up to this, I bought the clutch. I bought a Toyota genuine throttle bearing. I bought a Toyota genuine rear main seal because it wasn't leaking, but I was there anyway. Go ahead and just replace it and forget about it. New flywheel and pressure plate bolts. And also I bought a 10-pack of Toyota pedal pads. So replaced those. Also the little pedal or button pad for the brake light switch. Replaced that because mine had already broken and I had like a zip tie in there. So I replaced that. And now the car's all sorted. So the clutch is great. It's got just a little sharper take up, but other than that, it's really easy to drive, easy pedal. And so, like, I drove the car over 100 miles this morning, and it's great. These tires are great. The car is just great. Yeah, there's still plenty left to do. I still got to tidy up the wiring. I want to replace the dampers with something different. I have some like 10-year-old Stags on it. They don't even offer them anymore. So I'll probably go back to like a KYB, which will be a little softer, but it's fine. And I want to upgrade the bump stops. On the front, I actually have cut down Volkswagen bump stops. On the rear, I have no bump stops. So every once in a while, if you get a large bump, you get a little bit too much in the back. But it doesn't bottom out. The spring rate is still plenty high, but I kind of need something to kind of slow that down just a little bit. Oh, I have titanium. I made a titanium upper coolant pipe because I just wanted to be gangster like that. I just love this car. It drives great. Absolutely perfect. It's everything I wanted it to be. So that's what's been going on. Nothing a whole lot. I mean, really, pretty much all what's happened to this car has been Thursday, Friday. So I've also replaced the front struts in the Yaris, and that'll be its own video once I get some more miles driving it and get a real feel for them. So thank you for watching my video and being part of my channel, and I hope you like what you see. Have a good one.